What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today is episode 21 of Tone Talks. I know it's been a minute since I've done a Tone Talk on this channel, but we're back. And today's episode is just, I'm gonna hop right into it. It's about being different and being okay with being who you are and being yourself. This is something like I've struggled with or had struggled with in the past, like growing up younger, like being in, even coming up in high school. Even now, I feel like I don't feel like I don't fit in or like I don't belong with people, or I feel like I'm very different than people. I have very different interests than most people around me, or people that are just around me on a daily basis, you know. So I definitely know much about this topic, kind of like to know everything that I've been through with accepting myself and being who I am. It's okay to be different. It's okay to like different things. It's okay to be genuinely who you are. And people are going to love it. People are going to hate it. People are going to talk about you for it. People are going to judge you, not understand it. But that's a part of life, you know. I always say this because I just feel like I relate to it so much. And maybe any of you guys out there, anybody that's going to watch this video, the world would be so boring if we were all the same, or if we all did everything the same, or we all thought alike, dressed alike, like the same things, you know. That's what makes life interesting, you know, when you have different people around you, or you have unique people, or you have people that might not do certain things the way that you do it, you know. Instead of like judging them for it, we should like encourage people or empower people to genuinely be who they are, whether we get it or not, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, if you're being who you are, you're not hurting anyone, you're not hurting yourself, then there's nothing wrong with it. You know, you only have one life, you know. And are you going to worry about your whole life? Are you going to worry about if this person's going to like it, if this person isn't going to accept it, or if this person's going to like me, if this person isn't going to like me? You know what I mean? Like, there's just so much more to life than just worrying about if people are going to accept you, or if people don't get the way that you dress, or the way that you act, or who you choose to love, or who you choose to just be as an individual. You know what I mean? There's so much strength in being who you are and owning exactly who you are and loving exactly who you are, you know. There were times where, for instance, when I was growing up in high school, people would judge me or call me any name in the book for being gay, for being who I was, who I genuinely am, you know what I mean? And like I said, I would cry about it. I would come home, I wouldn't want to go to school about it. You know, it was definitely like a hard period in time for me to go through that, especially being at a younger age. And this is not to like, I don't want any like sympathy for it, or I don't want any like pity for it, you know what I mean? Because I'm glad I went through that, as shitty as that may sound, or as shitty as what I was going through at that time, or how I just couldn't deal with it at that time. You know, looking at it now as I'm older and I fully accept myself for who I am, I'm glad I kind of went through that, because it just made me a stronger person, and it made me not give a damn what anybody had to say about it. It made me not like care what anybody had to say, because at the end of the day, I have to live with me and the decisions that I make and who I am as a person, you know what I mean? Like, what I do shouldn't affect you in any type of way, shape, or form. What you do shouldn't affect the next person in any type of way, shape, or form, you know. Granted, it's not that easy, and people are going to be offended, and people are they're just going to do anything I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but people are going to be offended. People are going to find anything to talk about, you know. You can be the most perfect person, you can do nothing wrong, and people are still going to talk about you, you know. You could nothing wrong, whatever that may be, people are still going to talk about you. But people, that's just a part of life, and it sucks. And I wish it wasn't like that, you know. I'm sure we all wish that we could just live our life as freely as possible and not have people judge you. Well, you can still live your life as freely as possible, and people are going to judge you, but you don't have to let their judgments define you, their opinions define you. As long as you know who you are as a person and the kind of person you see yourself becoming, that's all that really matters, you know. And I wish I would have learned that. This is from me speaking. I wish I would have learned that earlier on in life. But you live and you learn, you know. And I was meant to go through that, and I was meant for people to talk about me, because it made me such a stronger person, and made me not even give a fuck even more. Like, to be quite honest with you guys, it just made me a stronger individual when it came to people's opinions and what they had to say about me, you know. And I'm not gonna sit here and say, like, when people do still make their comments about me, I'm not gonna say like I don't get offended, because like I'm a very sensitive person, but that's a whole nother video for a whole nother day. That's like a 3-part series. But I handle it a lot better now. Now I'm just kind of like try to brush it off as much as possible, or just like, it doesn't even matter, because at the end of the day, I know the type of individual that I am, and I know what I've been through, and I know that I've grown as an individual, and I'm still in that process of growing. But like, when it comes to people's judgments of me, when it comes to people talking about me, I don't really give a damn, you know. Life is just way too short, and I've just learned so much about myself, and I've learned the type of person that I am, that, you know, what someone says about me doesn't define who I am. It's not going to stop anything that I have going on in my life, you know. And here's another way to put it: like, if they're not paying your bills, if they're not feeding you, if they're not like doing anything for you, like, their personal opinion about you and what you do and how you live your life, it doesn't matter. Let it go in one ear and out the other. Everyone has an opinion, you know, and people don't always need to voice their opinion, but, you know, people are going to voice their opinion. People are going to judge you, and you just have to know that there are people around you that are going to love you for who you are, and not even that, you as a person have to love yourself for who you are first and foremost. Before anything, before anyone can love you, you have to genuinely love yourself, the good and the bad. Like, of course, I'm not a perfect person. Of course, I don't always do the best things. Of course, I have my flaws. I have things that I don't like about myself, you know, or that I feel like I need to change about myself, you know. But with the good and with the bad, I still love myself, and I still accept myself for who I am, you know. And that's what I want to tell any of you guys out there that might watch this video, or that might just see this video, and just know that you are perfect. You are perfect just the way you are. Like, I don't know what else it needs to take for you to realize that you are perfect the way that you are. Good, bad, there's only one of you, you know what I mean? There is only one of you. I know that might sound cliche, or I know you guys have probably like heard that before. I'm like, oh, we've heard that a million times, but I know it might sound, I'm even telling you guys, I know it might sound cliche, but it's honestly so true when you look at it as the deeper picture of things. Like, there's only one you. You are unique within yourself with just that, because there's only one of you. Nobody else can be you. No one else can do anything like you. You're special, you know. And I know that might sound hard. I know you guys might, in the moment of things, or when things aren't going your way, or things might not be looking the best for you, you know what I mean? I know it's hard to feel like you're not a special person, or you don't belong, or like you don't fit in with people, just because, like I said, you might feel so different, or you might feel like such an outcast, or you might feel like no one in this world gets you, or no one is capable of understanding you. But trust me when I tell you this, like, there are people out there that are genuinely going to love you for who you are, and are going to accept you exactly for who you are, good, bad. Because you can't just accept someone for the good, you have to accept them for their flaws too. Because like I said, no one is perfect. No one on this earth is perfect, you know what I mean? No one, I don't care who they are, no one's perfect. We all make mistakes. We all need help. We all need people to lean on at times, especially through hard times. And we all deserve to feel respected, and we all deserve to feel accepted, you know. And there are people out there that are going to accept you for who you are. I'm sorry also if you guys see my LED lights, and I just now noticed that, but there are people out there that are going to accept you exactly for who you are, and that genuinely love you exactly for who you are, and they don't want to see you change. Of course, they of course change in a good way, you know, but there are people that are going to love your tacky clothes, or whatever, your colorful hair, your piercings, your whatever makes you unique, whatever makes you different, you know what I mean? Like, there are people out there that are going to genuinely accept you for who you are, and are going to love you exactly for who you are. And if you're around people that don't accept you for who you are, and judge you constantly 24/7, and don't get where you're coming from ever, and they just don't reciprocate the same love that you give them, or that you are wanting, or that you deserve, because we all deserve genuine love and respect. No one deserves half-ass love, or no one deserves to half-ass be accepted by people around them, you know what I mean? You deserve to be accepted fully and completely, and that's just my opinion. That's how I feel. Everyone's opinion is different, but I do feel like everyone deserves to be accepted exactly for who they are, wholeheartedly, you know what I mean? Especially from people that are close to them or that are constantly around them. You know, of course, it's a different story when you're talking about the outside world, because the outside world can be crazy, and not everyone is accepting of people, and we know that. We've seen that. It's out there, you know. But the people that are closest to you, or the people that you surround yourself with on a daily basis, I do feel like to some degree they need to accept you for who you are, and to just genuinely love you for being who you are, and not see anything wrong with that, not make you feel less than, or not make you feel like you don't deserve to be accepted or don't deserve to be around, you know, because that's a shitty feeling. Like I said, I know exactly what that feels like, and I know the damage it can kind of do to a person when they don't feel accepted, or when they don't feel like people just don't get them, you know what I mean, or just aren't trying to understand them as an individual. So like I said, I know how fucking shitty that can be, you know. I'm just being honest with you guys. I'm just like, we're gonna be honest in these tone talks, okay? Like, one thing about it, I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything with you guys in these tone talks, because I want to be as honest and I want to be as transparent as I can, especially when I'm doing these tone talks, because I feel like when I do these certain topics, I feel like they are so passionate to me, and I don't know. I know I'm getting off topic, but like I said, I'm gonna be as completely honest in these tone talks when I do them for you guys. But it's okay to be different. Like, let's normalize being different. Like, there's nothing fucking wrong with being different. Being different is not a bad thing. Being different is not COVID-19, you know. It's not something that we should run away from. It's not something like, not to say COVID-19, you guys know what I mean? Like, just an example. It's not something that is bad, or it's like should be ran away from, or like hidden from, you know. It's something that, let's normalize being different. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. I love being different. I love being who I am. I love the things that I'm interested in. I love anime. I love crazy colors. I love cartoons. I love just being me. You know what I mean? And it's just taken me a lot to get here. And this is just from my personal story. And I'm sure it's taking anybody out there that's going to watch this video, you, whoever it is. I'm sure you've been through a lot too. So why just focus on people? Why just always would be worried about if people are going to accept you or not? At the end of the day, you have to love and accept yourself first, and the rest will come. You know what I mean? And if people don't accept you for who you are and just love you just off the strength of being you and being a human being, then they're just not meant to be in your life. And I don't care if it's a boyfriend, a girlfriend, friends, family members, co-workers, whoever it is. If they don't want to see you for who you are, and if they judge you, and if they make you feel like you're less than of a person just because you're different, or you might look at things different, you might do things a little different than them, adios, there's a door, gotta go, peace. You know, like, they're just not meant to be in your life. Like, I don't want you guys to waste your time so much on if people are going to love you, and putting all your energy into people that just aren't going to accept you for who you are. You know, there's so many more people out there that are going to love you and are going to accept you for exactly who you are, and you don't have to change a certain thing about yourself. Those people will be there, you know. Always try to keep people, and if you do have those people that are genuinely around you, that love you and accept you for who you are, and they don't want you to change who you are, of course, to elevate and to grow, and that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother topic. But I'm saying, like, they love your quirkiness, they love your weirdness, they love you exactly just for who you are as an individual. Keep those people around you and keep them close, because it's very rare that you're going to find those type of people out there, because everybody is just so judgmental nowadays, you know. So keep those people around you. Know that you're beautiful, know that you're perfect, know that you don't need to change a thing about you. This is coming from me to you. Know that, and you have to feel that every single day, that you are an amazing person, no matter your flaws, no matter what you've been through, no matter what you're going through currently. Like, you are a beautiful individual, and let's normalize being different, okay? Different is not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. It brings out uniqueness. I love people that are different. I love people that aren't afraid to be who they are, and dress different, and are just who they are. Period. I don't know what I was about to say, but I love those type of people, and those are the type of people that I want around me at all times, because they just are who they are, you know. I would rather have somebody that is genuinely who they are as a person, than someone that just puts on a fake facade for everybody. And I'll leave that there. I'll leave that with you guys, and you do with that what you will. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Tone Talks. We are back filming these. I'm so excited to be doing these again. I hope you guys like this episode of Tone Talks. Like always, like, comment, subscribe to this channel. Comment down below any other episodes or any other topics you guys want me to talk about. I love you guys. You're different. You're beautiful. Let's normalize it. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.